Hello video reviewers, it's I, Fyro16, with Genmu. What the hell is that? That is the Cherudim Gundam from 00. Specifically, this is the 1144th high grade. Okay. It's also called a Gunpla. Gun what? Gunpla. Gundam plastic model. Now, for those of you that actually have a keen eye for Gundam, you'll already notice something very different about this one to the actual show version of the Cherudim. The normal Cherudim comes in a dark green. I've custom painted mine. And, well, that's kind of why the title, a custom build. Because I built it, I customized it, and I've tried my best to fix some of the problems. I still need to tighten what holds these white bits on, and maybe the gun a bit more, and the head camera. Ho! I already tried to make this video once, and the head camera was very, very annoying. Yeah, I watched, it was painful. But I actually do have a spare of the thing that's on his back, those white things, because I got the heavy weapons variant, but I'm only going to review the standard version for now, because that's really where everything custom has happened. But this is what's on his back. Oops. This is a beam pistol. The yellow tape might make people go, huh? But it's actually so hands can get a grip on it. Look at that. Now if I take the tape bit out and just... So this is with the white bit. That's why I added the tape. To make it very good at holding. It somewhat works on the rifle. The rifle is still a bit wiggly-waggly, but it is a rifle. But the beam pistols are actually very nice, because they actually have a blade on them, so they can be used in close quarters. But, as I said, this is a custom, which means I was insane enough to open a hole in the pistol to add a beam saber. This was plan A. Planned it from the beginning before painting, but then plan B happened. So let's just take the beam out and set the pistol aside, because now that doesn't matter. So let's just get rid of the rifle for now, because that can get a bit in the way. Let's instead focus here on the waist. Again, if you're already into Gundam, you will notice this part never existed on the original Cherudim. This part I custom made. I cut it from the tree that holds all the parts together, because it's a model kit, so you gotta cut it out, build it, put it together, sometimes paint it. So I cut a long piece out, like I think this long maybe, sanded the very middle down, cut it in half, and well, eventually, after lots of painful work, test fitting, I finally got to this little crazy holder. And yeah, it is quite crazy. It's an L shape, so quite easy to mimic somewhat. And a piece of modeling tape to give what I have stored on that L a very nice, good grip. Powerful grip. A beam saber. So, the only problem is when I tried to put it in the pistol, I kind of like messed up the beam itself a little. There you go. Standard beam saber. Because being a long-ranged, mid-range, and very barely close combat range wasn't enough, I added in a beam saber for extra deadliness. So yeah, that's a custom part I'm actually quite happy with. So other than the rust red sort of color I used for the main body, I used clear red in the chest, arm, clear green for the leg GN condensers. My stand keeps falling apart. clear green in the arm one, which actually got fairly damaged because I accidentally painted on top, not the bottom. Red for the camera, and 2 extra green in here. If I can get these out. These are actually really cool, and I'll cover them in a second. But, next, I'll cover the sniper, because this is basically one of the last weapons the Gundam has. Painted the blue with a tiny hint of red as just a funny little Easter egg. Movable handle, which I don't think is actually used for the sliding back. I think it's just a handle. Tape around the actual gun handle, which, as you saw, was somewhat loose. It could wiggle waggle. And a connector, a clip, for the shoulder, which is actually really clever, because there's a connector here you can use for the heavy weapons variant, which connects some of these rifle bits, or the actual rifle. And the rifle has one other trick up its sleeve, other than coming apart where it's not meant to. Might have to glue that. So, what it does in the anime is it actually slides out a bit and rotates. On the toy, you have to unplug it and plug it back in. This is machine gun mode. 1 barrel, 2 barrel free. Yes, it's very dangerous and it's so fun. I would actually clip it, but when I did the last recording, it was so tight. I actually was fighting it to get it off, and behind a camera, that is super nerve-wracking. But, the last gimmick that the body of the Cherudim Gundam can do, aside from this, is the camera on the face can actually flip up ever so gently. It's not a very tight, secure connection, so I might actually have to thicken the actual connection with paint, maybe. I got some paint markers over there, so I might just use the gunmetal-y grey one on the connection. Oh, and actually, I almost forgot. The paint for the arm is based off dark matter Exia from Gundam Build Fighters, which is why I custom made a Cherudim. It's based off Gundam Build Fighters. I made one of the knee pads black. Secrets coming up. I actually do really like the black arm. And in case someone's going to come into the comment section like, "Oi, mate, your Gundam looks like shit," I honestly won't care. I won't care because, yes, you are entitled to your opinion, and chances are you don't know anything about Gundam. But these things that come out of the backpack can be kind of hard to actually get where they need to be. You can do it with the head still on. You just got to tilt it forward a lot, bring these down, and then tilt the head back. And what this is for is Super Scope mode, which is where this piece comes in, which is, I do believe, technically like made out of energy. It is really quite cool, especially with what he did with it in the anime, because this Gundam doesn't appear in Build Fighters first, it appears in Gundam 00. And the red gem fell off. He hit a power core of a space laser as he was traveling like, what, 100 kilometers or something? Like, he was going at ridiculously high speeds and hit the target. That's impossible. Well, not for Lock-On Stratus, one of the Gundam's best snipers. And we'll just take this super scope off, tilt the head forward. Yeah, there goes one of the other pistols, because I have 4, because this is the heavy weapon version, but the base version of the Cherudim only came with 2. Now I have to remember which pistol it was. This one. So you got a very nice connector here. Just a little peg, but I'm going to have to thicken that as well. Might just try and use paint. They store very nicely here inside the GN thrusters. Wait, did I not panel line those? Oh my god. I've forgotten to do stuff. Whoops. And lastly, for the weapons, the Cherudim Gundam's secret weapon. All of these armor plates that look like this come off. they all come off, and there's 9 of them. They fly around and attack. They are called the GN shield bits, and they are pretty deadly. Like 9 of these could, just all of these could take down a squad. It's very dangerous. But bow's ability. Ball joint at the shoulders, it can go 160 degrees. These come out. Oh, and these little shoulder connections can actually pull out and swivel around a little bit. Arm swivel, which can go 360. Slightly above 90, and this is really cool. So there's these 2 parts, these 2 segments. So if you bend one, the other will bend as well. Sorry, I accidentally popped the wrist out. So you can see it here on this side. He has this extra joint. And he's got the standard wrist rotation. And his skirt armor, which contained his final secret weapon, by the way, but I can't access it because this is only 1/144th high grade. So aka kind of small. Oh my god, he's falling apart on me. I'll use that for demonstration. So in each of these little rectangles, binders maybe, there's 2 rockets each, so 2, 4, 6, 8. And those rockets, I guess, if you go enough build fighter logic, can do anything you want. Anti-beam, paint, rockets, destruction, whatever. But I cut the skirt so it can move freely by itself. And it can go forward that much, back that much, and yeah, that's really it. But what the actual leg does itself is quite interesting. Because this grey part here that connects to the shield bit is actually floating. So you got your normal knee joint there, and as you pull it out, it actually pulls the shield with it. And then you got your second joint. So this is when Gundam got really good with its model kit building. Design, sorry. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I put silver paint under all of the condensers. And he has like this weird double foot thing, like ankle, ankle. I don't know how to explain it. It is quite posable though, and a stabilizing fin. But I've shown you all of what this Cherudim Gundam can do, but I never told you its custom name. Because being most Gundams in build fighters, when they get custom built, get a special name. Burning Cherudim Ruby. Is that a Ruby reference like the one over there? Actually, shockingly, no. The burning refers to me due to the fact I like fire, obviously. That wasn't obvious. But the ruby comes from the red gem I put in the chest. Once I get the Cherudim Saga, which appeared in Build Fighters, it was a really cool variant in my opinion. It comes with a green one, and it doesn't use it in the build, so I can actually have Burning Cherudim and then Burning Cherudim Ruby for the different gems of the chest. So really, the chest gem, in essence, is supposed to be an actual ruby, and that's the clever joke, is that I put a ruby in the chest while constructing it. So I guess you could call it a Cherudim Repair 2, basically, sort of thing, where the armor remains the same, but the only difference is the gem I place in its chest. But I did say I did get the heavy weapons variant, which I guess if I felt like it, I'll do a part 2. And it just comes with a bunch of rifle bits and different special connectors. Like, I like to consider it as base entering a tournament. Sorry, I'm trying to connect it right now. Oh, it's a bit difficult. I'll just do this. So this can plug on the shoulder, and I would consider it a sort of making sure to get into the finals, and then for the final part of the tournament, it's full heavy weapons loadout. So all of these, because this is only 2, there are many more, and this arm just gets covered in shield bits, because you have to take a bunch of these and put them on the back, and the 2 extra pistols go on the back as well. So all these shield bits move to the shoulder, and it's quite cool, actually. But I will scarily try and connect it to the rod in the middle and pray I don't stab myself or do that. But yeah, this is generally how I have my Cherudim just set up on my shelf most of the time with that one shoulder pad on. I hope you liked a look at my custom Gundam, and I hope that you yourself have been inspired to custom make one. Gundam is so fun. I highly recommend it to anyone and everyone. Indeed, even I have become interested. When's the next one? I have no idea. Damn it. Well, I'll hopefully see you all in the next video.